Break new ground. Rejoice!
I started streaming a little early because I thought your one was going to be shorter than it was.
Oh.
Hi, Internet.
Welcome back. Welcome front. Welcome front to Canada, the video game. We have Meroka.
Hi. I just noticed I have miscapitalized the word sim in the title. This must be rectified. Okay, cool.
I got
fixed.
Meroka, what happened?
What context? What happened to what
I heard
or
a
whom?
beep. I heard a beep, and I'm not sure where it came from.
I bet it was Alexa's self-destruct mode.
Ooh. Alexa. Hi.
Good evening. Hope your Friday has gone well.
That's nice.
So, and we've tagged Alvarez, but who knows if he's going to come or not.
Who even really knows?
And I set out a general request for anyone else that was interested, and they haven't talked to me either. And I'm Tulkas, and today, Meroka,
Yes.
you ever have those days when you just have time? Meroka, I really am self-conscious about my voice. I'm not sure if I told you this. Meroka, have I told you this?
Yeah. Did you know that the Olympic Games this year will feature, for the benefit of the athletes, anti-sex beds? Just saying. Which is quite funny. They're made of cardboard and will be recycled. They support the weight of one person only and will break in any sudden movements.
That's exciting. Okay, Meroka, how long until we get someone in chat?
I don't know. We're playing the most obscure thing that nobody cares about. Like, probably never.
Tulkas wants to invade Canada for reasons. So who are we to reckon with the might of Indiana? Why isn't there anything in the announcements channel?
Because I haven't written a tweet yet, and I copy and paste my tweet.
Why haven't you written a tweet yet?
Because I got distracted by the anti-sex Olympic beds because I'm on Twitter now. You can't expect me to write a tweet and not look at Twitter. Like, that's literally impossible, Tulkas. I have to go on Twitter to write tweets, and then there's things about anti-sex beds, and it's hilarious.
Your face is an anti-sex bed.
This is true. Nobody would have sex on my face. This is true.
I would.
You wouldn't. I wouldn't let
I
you.
don't know. Maybe I'll tie you down. You ever thought of that?
I'm pretty sure that constitutes rape and is something of a crime, Tulkas.
Okay, well, what if you had a safe word? Would it be a crime if you had a safe word?
I would say the safe word before we started.
Yeah, well, what if I distracted you from saying the safe word?
Then we're getting distinctly back into rape territory, Tulkas. Don't be a rapist.
What if you couldn't pronounce the safe word?
Again, like defeating the point of a safe word and a little bit rapey.
Okay, what's your safe word gonna be?
Something unusual but easy to remember in a flight of passion gone wrong.
Okay, then tell me, what is it? What's it gonna be? Tell me right now.
Know.
No, this is important. If this situation ever comes up, we need a safe word. Tell me now.
No.
Yes, tell me now.
I need to write tweets. Stop distracting me from my tweets.
No, I need to be sure that I'm a consensual boy. I need to be a better boy. Remember how I need to be a better boy? Alexa, tell me a word.
Here is a word, jots.
Okay, your safe word is jots, Meroka. How does it feel?
Bad. I feel like that's a bad safe word.
Okay, then come up with a better one.
No. I'm
Then
not.
jots it is.
Tulkas, I'm not, under any circumstances, getting into any sexual situations with you.
Yeah, because you have a safe word.
We're not even getting to the point where a safe word needs to be established.
Oh, I think we are. Hey, Meroka.
No.
Hey, babe.
No.
Don't say no. Say Jots.
No.
Jots.
No. No means no, Tulkas. Learn consent.
You could just be saying no in a flight of fancy, you know.
No,
this is why we need the safe word.
Tulkas, we need to teach you about consent here.
Okay, do it.
No is the universal safe word.
No
means
because
nothing can or will happen unless you are a rapist. Tulkas, stop being a rapist.
No. That's the whole point of having a safe word, is that sometimes you want to pretend to say no, but not actually say no. So how can I know if you're pretending to say no or actually say no? If there's a safe word, then I know that it's actually meaning no. So say Jots. Say it right now.
No.
Jots.
No.
Say what? Say no.
Tulkas,
if you want to say Jots.
Stop being a problem. You are problematic and very concerning. I will hand you over to the FBI.
Okay, do it.
Chris Hansen will ask you to have a chair.
Do it. I'm going to tell him that you don't believe in safe words.
I'm going to tell him that you don't believe in consent.
I'm going to tell him that you don't believe in safe words.
Both parties have to agree to the safe word for it to be a safe word, and you can only agree to a safe word if you consent to having a safe word.
Okay, then. Why won't you consent to having a safe word?
I don't consent to anything. I don't consent to invading Canada, but you militaristic Yanks.
Yeah, exactly. You see? Canada started it anyway. Oh, hey, you did purge Silent to Evan. Look at you.
What?
Grab a few. You did purge him.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Did you think I wouldn't?
How long until we get a viewer?
I don't know. It's not a very compelling prospect. It's obscure Canadian invasion board game.
What about T-Rexen?
What about it? I don't think even he cared. He didn't know what you were talking about when you said.
No, I told him to come, and he was like question mark because he was excited.
Right. I can't think of anything more interesting than this. So fine. My tweet is thusly.
Oh, Meroka, you're grooving in the menus. What's it like?
Groovy.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what he said. Meroka, you need to put it in the announcements tab. What do you do? Oh, you're typing right now.
Bam.
Oh, he did it! Tulkas has a cunning plan to invade Canada. That is so bad. Why couldn't you just take what he used in your YouTube description? That was so much better.
It was too flattering for Indiana.
It's so mean. You're so mean.
Well, I wanted to write more, and then you kept distracting me, so I couldn't write more. You created a creative block.
Meroka, how do I do the thing?
Do the thing. What thing would you like to do?
Turn down the music in Tabletop Simulator.
You go into the settings.
Wow. No, I think you might be right. Oh, well, that's fun. I'm going to get a drink. I'm really thirsty. I'm going to need to get a lot of drinks today, Meroka. I hope you're prepared for it.
I've got two. One of them is strongly alcoholic. Because I'm going to need that. So how are we all? Everybody who's not watching, because why would you? What the heck is this? Save and... no, it's not save and load. Wake shop. Oh, yeah, 1812. Lord, Invasion of Canada with figurines. Talk because it comes with figurines.
Meroka, I feel like I'm too loud sometimes.
I feel like that all the time.
Meroka, how can I be a quiet boy?
I don't think that's in your nature.
Tell you what, whenever I'm getting too loud, you just say Jots and then I'll know to stop.
Join my server.
Say Jots.
No.
Okay, okay. I'm going to get there. Okay, so the password was not tram. It was not core. It was not fruitcake. What are other... Oh, I think I know what it's going to be.
I'm surprised that took you 4 attempts. I really am surprised. I'll be honest.
Woo! Woo! You would never guess what the password was, Marcus.
What was it? Tell me.
No.
Okay.
Then anyone could join.
I mean, admittedly, anyone saw me type it in on the stream. Oh wait, no, they didn't. I haven't actually gone to the game yet. Cool, they didn't see me type it in. I bet they could guess. I bet Weirta could guess. Weirta, guess the password.
I thought the whole point of having the password is that you couldn't guess it.
Well,
but yeah, we have to guess the password in the comments below.
It is still loading 0 out of 23 assets. Good mod, Tulkas. Good mod.
It loaded for me a year ago.
It has not loaded for me.
I'm looking at an American militia, and over here there is a American regulars.
How do I reload the game then?
And over here there's a Canadian militia. Meroka, there's some Native Americans.
Password. Everyone just saw the password. Cool. No.
Okay, then we can reveal what the password is. Can't we, Meroka?
Sure.
The password was Jots! It's Meroka's safe word! So, Weirta, did you get it right? Do you think Weirta's going to get it right, Meroka?
Probably.
What?
Probably.
Oh, probably. I thought he said moi.
Also moi.
So what are our 5 factions? Oh, the British! The British are coming! The British are coming!
It's still not loading for me.
Not loaded for me?
I mean, you can't just shrug and go, oh, well, it's fine. Unless you're going to sit there and play this solo and, like, I'll stream this white table.
No, I'll tell you what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on. Okay, so this is the game board is a map of Canada. Okay, there's Lake Erie, Lake St. Clair, Lake Huron, and Lake Ontario, and then the St. Lawrence River going out past Montreal.
Okay.
There are 2 sides. There is Merc. You're doing stuff. Stop doing stuff. There's a British side, and there's a Hoosier side. And the Hoosier side. Oh, Meroka, there's Utica. Meroka, Utica is here.
Yeah. Cool.
And Albany, and Caldwell, and Fort Ticonderoga, and Plattsburgh.
Oh, that's that Albany. That's where they call hamburgers steamed hams.
No, Albany isn't on the... Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah, right. Albany's there. Yeah, that's the capital of New York. Meroka, will you take me to Albany someday?
Why is New York not the capital of New York?
Because Albany is the capital of New York, Meroka.
That seems counterintuitive.
Do you need me to explain it to you, Meroka?
What is the rationale behind not having major cities be the capital?
When the nation was being founded, the founding fathers looked at the European cities. They saw London. They saw Paris. These were the hubs of empire.
And they were doing great, so they were like, we don't want any of that.
But around them, they were where everything was going on. And then the countryside, it was more sort of neglected, they felt. And because the federal government was a power-sharing arrangement between the 13 colonies, no colony wanted such a massive, powerful city. They wanted the capital to be in a compromised position, which is why Washington, D.C. was founded from scratch. It wasn't built on an existing city like Philadelphia. It was a new city because no state wanted to have another state have access to a powerful city like the capital, that would then take all the power away from the other states. Similarly, in New York, Albany became a city in the countryside because they wanted the needs of country dwellers to be represented as well, and they were worried that if the capital was in big old New York City, then everyone would look at New York City and they would ignore the needs of those outside New York City.
Okay, fun follow-up question. Does any of that make a blind bit of difference? In practical terms, like, does Albany, being the capital of New York, actually give the countryside any influence over the city of New York, New York?
Well, it's like why the EU is headquartered in Belgium rather than Germany or Britain, you know?
Okay.
I mean, does it make a blind bit of difference? Not so much now, but at the time, you know, in the colonial period, you know, it takes time to travel, it takes time to get places, you know, you have more of a divide between the rural and the urban, then it would make a difference because then, you know, you can't just hop on a train and be in New York. You know, if someone wanted to go to the capital, they'd have to actually go all the way to the coast rather than go to Albany, which is more centrally located in the state.
So are all the rural areas of America well represented and accounted for and supported with all the resources and things they need?
Yes, actually. In fact, many would argue that they are overly represented. For example, the Senate, which is based on land rather than population, is overwhelming.
Yeah, I get your electoral systems like weirdly backwards, but like, do they get the infrastructure they need? For instance, when it comes to actually making decisions that affect places, do those decisions actually get made to affect those places? And how do I get this game to work?
Yes, I would say it does. The game works for me, Meroka. You just keep loading in the same map. Again, you know, a lot of it is just, you know, it's about appearances. You know, you don't want people to feel like they're being mistreated. The game works for me, Meroka. I don't know what to tell
you keep saying that, but it does not work for me, and that is something of a problem because it means we can't play it.
Well, let's should we go out and try again? Let's just go back to the main menu.
Do you want to try hosting it or something? I don't know. You and me, we're just going to completely close out Tabletop Simulator, and then we're going to go back in. You know, the old turn it off, turn it on again. And if that doesn't work, then I'll host it. How does that sound? Okay.
Okay. That's why Washington, D.C. is built on the Potomac, a sort of in a compromise position, you know, near the center of the country, between the northern states and the southern states. That were the two sort of big power blocks, rather than being built in Philadelphia or New York, which were already large cities that would have grown larger and become more powerful at the expense of those southern states.
Oh yes, New York didn't grow to be a very big city at all.
Well, it would have grown more influential than it would have been.
I mean, you've got no way to prove that, to be fair.
There's no way to unprove it.
Well, no. But to say, it would be bigger, like, well, you can't know that.
I mean, yes, New York, if there were government workers in New York, those government workers would live in New York, and therefore New York would be bigger, Meroka.
Not if they want to represent the interests of everybody, if they're doing the job properly. Are you saying that your government workers would not do things properly?
Why is living in the city where your agency
if your job is to represent a region, you should be representing all of that region equally, regardless of where you are based. If you're not doing your job right.
Yeah, and I mean, to that end, obviously, Washington, D.C. itself is not represented at all. But I mean, it's I'm not talking about politicians. I'm talking about, government workers. Your health the health service is in Atlanta, but your CIAs, your Pentagons. Those people would be in New York.
I mean, I genuinely don't know. I'm not specifically trying to pick a fight, but like, it just seems weird to me to put the capital of somewhere in the arse end of nowhere and then be like, this is important that it's in Nowheresville. Like, it has to be in Nowheresville. I'm like, I mean, everywhere else has it not in Nowheresville.
Well, why is the European Union in Belgium rather than being in
I don't know.
Britain?
Are you saying Belgium is nowhere? Like, I'm pretty sure the Belgians would object to that.
Like the big, they're in, you have your Genevas, your Luxembourgs, your Belgiums, EU power is concentrated in Belgium because the EU was created after to try to avoid rivalries after the post-war, and having the center of power of the European Union located in one of the major players on the European continent would make the other players feel jealous. If all the EU stuff was in Berlin, then, all the European diplomats, all your bureaucrats, they're going to be living in Berlin. They're going to be doing Berlin stuff. They're going to be talking with the Berlin government, It's going to be felt like Germany has an undue influence on that thing. So it gets put in Belgium, which is...
Everybody already thinks Germany has an undue influence. That's how you get Brexit, but okay.
So it's put in Belgium to be more of a compromise candidate because Belgium isn't one of the major powers. So none of them have the prestige that comes from having the capital of the European Union.
Anyway, this is not letting me... I've tried a different version of it. It's just not letting me load it. Do you want to try hosting the game?
I will host your game, Meroka. How do I host the game?
Create. Click create. Multiplayer game. And then fill in your details.
Okay, server name. Let's make it... The Great Capital Debate. Server type, friends. Server password. Public. Server password. What should the password be? What do you think the password should be, Meroka? I'll just leave it at Jots. How does that sound? Let's create a server. And now I need... Do I go to the workshop then?
Yeah, you'll need to download one of the versions of the game. I mean, I have heard the argument for moving the capital of the UK to Manchester. I don't think it's got any actual real significant support for it, but the idea is, make it not London. It was kind of the idea.
Well, London has, a tradition of being the capital. But yes, I mean, broadly speaking, in your country, I mean, that's what Boris Johnson's whole levelling up scheme is about. The idea that the southeast of the country, where London is, has experienced more development and more growth and more infrastructure and more,
can I stop you there?
Investment.
Boris Johnson's levelling up scheme is about pretending he's doing something so that people will vote for him. Boris Johnson doesn't actually plan to invest in the North.
Yes, but the idea is there, and the idea is there because the northern part of the country is neglected and less invested in.
People have been talking about investing in the north and investing in, we've got to focus on the north for as long as I've been alive, and it's never happened.
Yes, but
the EU invested in the north. The UK did not.
That's the point, though. The point is that maybe if the London is the financial hub, it's where everything is happening.
Again, I'm not picking a fight with you. I'm interested, but you're basically shouting at me at this point.
Well, you're being foreign. Okay, which one of these should I do? How about the one with figurines? Did you like the one with figurines?
I don't know. I couldn't see any of them.
Okay, I'm going to go with the custom figurines. Do I subscribe?
Yeah, you only subscribe to it. That's how you download it.
Okay, I'm subscribed.
Okay, so it should show up in your game momentarily.
Here. Load! Okay, I've loaded it. I'm proud to announce.
Cool.
Would you care to join me?
Yeah, there is the Great Capital Debate. Cool, I see it.
Meroka, you're at 0%.
I am at 0%. Steam peer-to-peer session failed with Tulkas the Valiant.
That's not very good.
It's not very good.
You're still here on my end.
I'm guessing it's the sharing information, like, oh, I don't know, the details of what's on the board. Although that doesn't explain why I couldn't load the bloody thing myself, because it should be saved locally. Like, I can see your mouse moving around.
You can? Hey. I'm going to write a word. I'm going to say H. That's an H. Can you see the H? And there's an I! Exclamation point.
No,
Are you in?
Can't see that.
No, you're not?
Apparently I joined the
okay.
British regulars.
Oh, you're on the game now. You're all teal. You're being all Meroka with your weird cup of wine. This reminds me of the Secret Hitler days, I tell you. You could try uninstalling. You could try uninstalling and reinstalling. You could try restarting your computer, or uninstalling and reinstalling Tabletop Simulator, or you could pray to Neil. Oh, I can see the Finger Lakes, Meroka. Can I tell you where I was at the Finger Lakes?
Sure.
So I was at this lake here. This is this. Can you see my mouse?
Yeah, I see your mouse. I don't see the lake, but I see your mouse.
Okay, so this down here is Jamestown. This is where I told you that I was at. This is the city that was twinned with a city in Ostrobosnia that I told Weird about. And then I went up here, and there's like a weird sort of like commune place up there that was came. Then we came down here. I would stay down here. This is well, we went down here. So this is a place called Watkins Glen. Then we went up and down. And I think up again, and this is Ithaca. It's where Cornell College is. It's a reasonably large-ish city. And then over here to Seneca, spent a few nights here. Then we came down here. There was like a great chicken place here. And we went down this little peninsula and back up, which was fun. And then we went over to this lake, and we went out on a boat in this lake. And then we went up here to Niagara Falls. And I was there at Niagara Falls. And then I came all the way down. So what do you think, Meroka?
Cool. I'm clearly something is screwy with my copy of Tabletop Simulator.
You could uninstall it and reinstall it.
How long will that take?
Not very long. It's not a very intensive game.
But don't... 10 minutes. Okay.
I'll have you read a poem. How does that sound?
Oof. Okay. What's the poem?
I want you to read The Charge of the Light Brigade.
Ooh. By Alfred Lord Tennyson. It's not actually very long. I don't think it's 10 minutes long. Half a league, half a league, half a league onward, all in the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the light brigade, charge for the guns, he said. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the light brigade, was there a man dismayed? Not though the soldier knew someone had blundered. Theirs not to make reply, theirs not to reason why. Theirs but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Cannon to the right of them, cannon to the left of them, and here I am stuck in the middle with you. Did I ruin it? I ruined it. Cannon in front of them volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and well. Shot and well? Shell. Boldly they rode and well, into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell rode the 600. Flashed all their sabres bare, flashed as they turned in air, sabring the gunners there, charging an army while all the world wondered, plunged in the battery smoke, right through the line they broke, Cossack and Russian reeled from the sabre stroke, shattered and sundered, then they rode back, but not the 600. Cannon to the right of them, cannon to the left of them, cannon behind them volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell, while horse and hero fell, that they had fought so well. They that had fought so well, came through the jaws of death, back from the mouth of hell, all that was left of them, left of 600. When can their glory fade? Oh, the wild charge they made. All the world wondered. Honour the charge they made. Honour the light brigade, noble 600. Well, that covered 20% of the download.
Scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate that poem?
Alright.
That was a reference to the Crimean War.
Aha. I'm not familiar with the Crimean War or the context particularly. I'm aware it was a military thing that went wrong.
It was in Crimea.
Well, I imagine the Crimean War might well be, but we were not taught about it, and military history,
It's interesting.
history generally tends to bore me
It
as
was
a
the
subject.
it was the first conflict that sort of had like journalism, like that was like the first big conflict after the telegram was invented, so news from the front could reach home instantly, and similar to the Vietnam War, where the government wasn't really prepared for the propaganda failures of images coming from the Vietnam War. The British government really like the people on the home front were hearing about casualties and stuff, which they were not used to hearing about.
Oh.
So it was an interesting insight into military propaganda. It was a whole thing. I know about a bit about the Korean War, but I'd like to know more. If you want to tell me, that'd be fun. But I don't think you will because you're a foreigner.
I know it's the subject of the Iron Maiden song, "The Trooper," but that is all I know about it. And I never bothered, in spite of being a fan of the band for many years, I never bothered to actually look up any more about the origins of the song. So that's how ignorant I am.
Well, maybe you should. Maybe you should.
Maybe, but as I say, history bores me.
Have you ever thought that you should?
No.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
Tulkas, you need to make history fun again. That's what you need to do with your YouTube channel. You keep
when I
talking
make
about
history
YouTube.
fun again,
Make history fun.
you don't care. You wouldn't find it fun, Meroka. I know that.
No, but there may be an audio. You keep talking about wanting to like find a niche or do something or go full time on YouTube. History is your thing. Make history accessible and fun. That's how you win at YouTube.
Okay, how about 4-minute video? Would you watch a 4-minute video on the Crimean War?
That you're making, or that you're about to link me? Are you making a 4-minute video on the Crimean War? Make a 4-minute video on the Crimean War.
No, it's already made. It's there.
Okay,
it's
make a 4-minute video on the Trojan War.
Okay, so it starts with Priam, he's the king, and then Paris comes, he's full of bling. These 3 girls come up to him and they say, "No, Paris, you might be dim, but you got a taste for the fair beauty. So tell us who is the biggest beauty." Then he chose Aphrodite because she promised him Helen, who was the greatest beauty in the world. And she was a very prime girl, but she was already married to a man named Menelaus, and he was the kind of guy that would get very annoyed by having a louse, because when she was taken from him, he went to his big brother Agamemnon and was like, "Hey, hey, Aggie boy, hey, hey, I am Villanoid." So then they gathered my armies, the oath of Helen, or Tyndaris, or whatever. Well, yeah, the oath of Tyndaris. Because they had all promised to come to the aid of the man who was aggrieved, and they sailed to Troy for 10 years. They waged war. Then, when they could do so no more, they left. But they didn't. They were the horse. They won. And that's how the Trojan War was done.
Mm-hmm.
Scale of 1 to 10.
7. I got very distracted because you reminded me of an
What?
SMBC comic on the Paris thing that I need to link you to now.
So let's see. Okay. I want you to read something else.
There you go. There's a comic about Paris. Go read about Paris.
How about the? Oh, really? Oh, is it in Discord?
It's in Discord.
Let me look. Oh, it's here. Saturday morning breakfast cereal, Paris. Right, boys. Paris! Say which of one of us is most beautiful. Well, this is you, but Harry, you're the angry wife goddess. You exploded out of a dude's head one time, and you're currently wielding a spear at me. Ooh, 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 Meroka, that happened. So instead of using those resources to expand to take over Australia, invest in index funds, then. Ooh, that's exciting. There's a whole thing going on. Meroka, we live in a society. I've seen that comment before, though.
Okay.
Meroka, how long until you're done?
85% done.
Okay, I'm gonna get another drink. I am really thirsty. You would not
Jeez.
understand.
I haven't even finished my beer. It is very strong beer. Did I mention how I get beer because I work in a place that makes beer? I make beer now. It's good beer. 90%.
Okay, what did I miss?
You missed beer. I have beer.
So, could we have Rhea to give us her hot take on the whole capital thing? Because, Helsinki is also the largest city in Finland, so it would be interesting to see how that has affected Finnish development.
Okay.
What do you think, Meroka?
Sure. I wouldn't know a great deal about inequity across Finland and its territories.
Yeah, but she will. So she'll be able to. She'll be able to teach us. That'll be fun.
Cool. Yes, sounds exciting.
Meroka, where's Deepon?
Deepon's probably waiting for us to actually play a game that's good.
No,
it is reinstalled. I'm launching.
Meroka is a luncheon. He's a luncheon. Meroka, he is luncheon, and so soon he's going to have a luncheon. So, Meroka, what did you think when I went poof on?
Well, you told me why you went poof almost immediately.
Yep.
So.
Well, it took a bit. I was like.
It loaded 1 out of 23.
I that's good. You're at 4%. So I watched the end of the stream, and you said that you thought that I'd kicked out my Ethernet cable while putting a knife in my ear.
I mean, I've heard of more unlikely things from you.
What?
Threatening to rape people.
I would never do that! I just said that we needed a safe word. No, I said we needed a safe word. And now we have a safe word. So that won't be a problem. Will it, Meroka?
Why is it not loading anymore? Load more.
It's just at 4%.
Maybe if I reinstall the game again, it'll get to 2 out of 23.
Yeah, well, you're at 4%, Meroka. Do you know how much that is?
1/23 of the game.
If you just keep doing it, we'll get there eventually. Just keep doing it. Maybe you need to restart your computer. I don't know. So is there a rule book here?
I hoped you knew how to play.
Why would I know how to play?
Oh God, you don't know how to play.
Why would I know how to play?
Okay, now it's loading 0 out of 23. I should not have left.
Okay,
let's
let's try 1812, the invasion of Canada. So we can learn the rules while you're having fun. How does that sound? Okay, the official rules. The year is 1812. War is raging across Europe and Russia as Napoleon, Emperor of France, seeks to dominate Europe through conquest. However, a coalition of France's enemies, led by Great Britain, desperately resists his ambitions. Merc, you're desperately resisting. Great Britain, in dire need of resources, is capturing American ships that are supplying France,
it's not even loading
their
in
cargoes,
single-player Tulkas,
and impressing some of their sailors to serve in its Royal Navy. Well, why is it working for me and not for you?
I don't know. If I knew, I would have fixed it.
Maybe we could get the physical copy, and then during the Reservoir review, we'll just come back, and it'll be fun.
Fine.
Taking advantage of the British Army struggles against Napoleon in Europe, American forces invade Canada on July 12, 1812. The goal is to drive the British from their last remaining colony on North American soil. Surprised, Britain reels from the attack and now has to face another enemy threat on another continent. This is interesting. Okay.
Does it load anything I've managed to load in the past? What have I played before? Pogs. Does Pogs work?
So...
Yeah, Pogs is
in the
fine.
game...
Nothing wrong with Pogs. Let's play Pogs.
Okay. Do you want to?
No, Pogs is stupid, but also, like, it does work, which actually is something.
You could try... is there a third version of the game? Is there a third version of the game you could try?
I don't know. Like, that's super weird, though, that it works fine for you, but not for me. But also, like, everything I've played previously works fine for me now. Tulkas.
On the British side, these are represented by the British regulars, Redcoats, Canadian militia, and Native Americans. The American regular army and American militia comprise the American side. Players for each side will strategize together in order to plan and conduct their campaigns. Each side will attempt to capture objective cities and forts on the map. When a truce is called, the side that controls the most enemy objectives wins. Setup. Choose a faction. Okay, so
we've been here for 41 minutes and have achieved absolutely nothing. We can't. This isn't working. We need to, like, abandon ship.
Is there a third version of the game? Find out. So when playing with fewer than 5 people, 1 or more players will control multiple factions on one side of the conflict. All factions must be played. So I'll be America and you'll be Britain. Okay. So map setup. Place the map in the center of the table with American side players on the south edge and British side players in the north. Homeland areas. The map is divided into red and blue areas. Blue denotes American homeland areas, and red denotes British homeland areas, okay? So objectives are starred cities or forts. That's like Albany. The side controlling the most enemy objectives at the end of the game wins. Scenarios. The game contains 3 scenarios. An 1812 introductory scenario, the 1812 full campaign scenario, and an 1813 campaign scenario. Ooh, we're going hardcore, Meroka.
It's 1812, the cradle of steam railways.
Huh, we could try that.
There's Madison's War, 1812.
Just
apparently there were a lot of wars in 1812.
Yeah. It was a big, that's why we have to boom, boom.
I hadn't even made that connection. Yeah, fair enough. If we played Sea of Thieves, we could play that music.
Okay, so the game is played over a variable number of rounds. Okay, during each round, all factions will take a turn to mobilize units using movement cards. The turn order is determined randomly. At the beginning of each round, all 5 turn order markers are placed into the draw bag. A turn order marker is blindly drawn from the bag and is placed on the first turn space of the turn track. The color drawn denotes which faction's turn it is. But the American regulars always take the first turn of round 1 in the full 1812 campaign because, we're America, believe yeah. Active player. Okay. So, each faction has 1 or 2 muster areas on the map that show enlistment cube graphics of their color. The British regulars have Montreal, the Canadian militia has Montreal and York, the Native Americans have 6 nations, the American regulars have Pittsburgh and Albany, and the American militia has Pittsburgh and Albany. I see. So then this... Excellent. I feel like we might want to come back to this game.
Yeah, we need to figure out how to make tabletop sim work for me.
The Invasion of Canada, 1812 to 1813, is a book by Pierre Breton.
Okay, cool. Happy days.
Could I buy it for you, please?
Nah.
Please?
Nah.
Okay, what else on Tabletop Simulator is there?
Everything.
How about chess? We could do chess.
Probably could do chess.
Let's do it. Let's do it. You and
Let's
me.
not do
That'll be fun.
That's not. No, that's not the invasion of Canada.
No, well, we could role play that it's the invasion of Canada. Like, I'll be the white, and you'll be the black, and I'll invade you, and it'll be like I'm invading you.
You're
And
such a
you'll be Canada.
colonialist.
Yeah, it's like my side is America, your side is Canada. You know, my pans will move up into his day, and then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, baby. You got to 4% one time, Meroka. You're the stopgap 0%. Maybe if we just let it be for like half an hour, it'll get work done.
Cool. Or we could play something good. Why are you so set on this game? Why are you set on an obscure board game? But why Canada?
Rexy Boy.
Why Rexy Boy?
He was here the other day, and it was exciting, so we needed to do something to celebrate him.
That's an awful reason. I'm going to delete this stream as soon as it's over.
That's so mean!
There's nothing of value here, Tulkas.
Weirta will enjoy it. Could you at least make it unlisted for Weirta?
No! There's nothing even of value for Weirta.
I bet she'll enjoy it. I bet you $10 she'll enjoy it. Okay,
No.
so what other games do you want to play? What game do you want to play now?
There's new Temtem content.
Okay, do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, giddy up.
There are 4 new side quests in Cipanku.
We're gonna do Temtem with you and me. You might want to change your thumbnail. We're gonna do Temtem with you and me. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. Yeah.
I could just stop the stream and start a new one.
No, don't do it.
Why? Why would I? Otherwise, it's just gonna be like a stupid kludge of like.
It'll be fun. No, come on. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Nonsense
It'll be
crap.
fun. You read the Charges of the White Brigade, Meroka.
Not valuable content.
Yes, valuable content.
I'm gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stop it.
No.
What's happening?
No.
What's happening?
No.